Cyberpunk 2077's story is pretty depressing. Honestly, going into the game, I kept myself as spoiler free as possible, but I understood from watching the trailer, where Keanu Reeves showed up, that Jackie was going to die at some point. So that's not really why I think this story is depressing, though that is a part of it. You actually do develop, in a short amount of time, a pretty dang good relationship with Jackie. At least I did. And honestly, like, the game felt like Jackie had a bigger role to play. But then we all know what happens with the heist and Dexter Deshawn, so I just kind of want to talk about a little how kind of depressing this story was. In the beginning of Act 2, and there are going to be some minor spoilers, so if you haven't played the game, please just go play the game. And if you play the game, then come back and watch this video and tell me if you agree, tell me if you disagree. Maybe I'm too sensitive, maybe I got too engaged into the world, but at the beginning of Act 2, you learn you're dying. You learn, and you're dying because you have Johnny Silverhand in your head, because that's what the whole heist was about. I wonder if that's the intended plan of action for the story, but it seems like it was. So let's roll with it. But that's what happens. You're dying, and you have Johnny Silverhand in your head, eating away at your consciousness and gradually gaining more and more control. That's the whole premise. That doesn't feel too good right off the bat. You're like, man, that's crazy. But you know what? Maybe you can. I mean, it's 2077. There has to be a way to deal with this, right? Well, you keep going in the story. You learn more about Johnny, and I think Johnny's a good character, a borderline great character. I think Keanu Reeves did a really good job doing Johnny Silverhand, but it never gets better. Your hope that the hope that you were going to get better and that things will get better and that you're not screwed and you don't have a brain eating amoeba just munching on your brain 24/7, just literally just guzzling your brain cells just down its throat. And I'm not, it's like the hope never gets better, like as you go along, it's just kind of like setback after setback. And to me, whenever you're invested in such like a big world with your own character, that's your character is your baby, right? Like you created this character to look how you want them to look. They make the dialogue choices that you want them to make. Of course, like your character, at least if you were male via like I was, you're still a bit of an asshole no matter what no matter what you try to do. But that's probably part of being in the city for so long. But that's your baby. That's your baby, and whenever your baby is just like getting his or her brain just completely desecrated slowly, I don't know. It's not a great feeling. For me, it just gave me like this uh it wasn't actually like there was no actual time limit, but it felt like there was a time limit for me. It made me rush through the story faster than I otherwise would have, because I wanted to get this out of my head. I actually wanted to get Johnny out of my head and somehow into a different body or his old body. Maybe it was preserved or some shit. I wanted that to happen. That's what I wanted to happen, but it never happened. So that's the thing for me. That was just so disappointing. Is that hope just gradually dwindles away, um, and you just feel like, yeah, you're dying. Your character will die. There's nothing you can really do about it. And for me, in a story where you're supposed to destroy Night City and be immortalized, and like, you know, I don't know, like if you were playing The Witcher 3 and Geralt was like guaranteed to die, like he was like slowly dying as you were playing, how would that change your perspective on the story? Everything is fueled suddenly everything's fueled not by really your own decisions too much as a player. It's starting to become more fueled by just your desire to live. You're playing a game, which I didn't think it would be like this, where you're literally just trying to live. It's like a survival. The story is like a survival game. And I think the story is actually, I'll talk about that. Well, I'm talking about that right now, I guess. But like the story is good. I find the story to be enjoyable. I like the characters. I really love the characters. Like Pan Am. Oh my gosh, I love Pan Am. My kind of girl for sure. But I'm just getting my brain maunched even when, I'm trying to think like, oh shit, I guess I can't really my character can't really have a future with this girl because he's getting his brain maunched. And that's sad. That's disappointing for me to think about. And kind of didn't want to make this a super long video because I'm going to say because I just repeat the same things over and over again. But the ending, I'm not going to spoil it because some people will watch this anyway. The ending I got was not, from what I know, it's not considered one of the bad endings, but I can't imagine there being a like with the way I feel about things. I am a little bit of a sucker for good endings, but it doesn't have to be good in the sense that everyone lives and they live happily ever after. It doesn't have to be like that. Even the ending for me just felt like hopeless and just kind of like pointless. And I know part of the story purpose is to show you the horrors of what the corpo life and corpo rats and body modifications and technology can do if we don't keep it in check. I understand that, but man, did the ending just have me feeling some type of way. Honestly, it had me messed up. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I didn't get the ending where you go. Well, I'm gonna redo the ending, but I didn't get the one where you went off and with Pan Am, which I heard about, which I saw as an option. I saw that I could have, had her help. But yeah. Um, so yeah, I think that's pretty much mostly. Why don't I like it though? Why don't I like it? That's kind of the whole point, and I think you guys already know mostly by now why this is a problem for me. But it just my character, my V, my baby that I created is just dying. It's spooky. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel like awesome to go through a story where you're getting just just washed. You're getting rocked. It just honestly doesn't feel great for that to happen. But that's my 2 cents. And it after the game, and it was so short as well, which is something I'll talk about probably in another video. The game was short. The main story was short. Now there is hours and hours, probably like over 100 hours of content in the game, which is awesome. But for waiting so long, it did not deliver, and I honestly found it depressing. But hey, that's just me. I want to know what you think. Honestly, please leave it in the comment section. Tell me what you think about the story. Tell me why you liked it or didn't like it. I mean, I like the story, but it's not perfect for me, and it definitely not on the level of The Witcher 3 or other games. So yeah, tell me your thoughts. Thank you for watching. Kalio out.